We heard Scott Hendrickson talking about sunless tanning in the last segment, and now we bring in Dr. Paul Friedman, the co-author of Beautiful Skin Revealed, The Ultimate Guide to Better Skin, and skin cancer patient Taylor Patton. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thank you.
You disagree a little bit with this in that you feel that tanning beds caused your skin cancer. Let's go back to how old were you when you started tanning in a tanning bed?
I started at about the age of 15 doing tanning beds to get a base tan for the summertime or for special events for prom or homecoming in high school.
And then when you were 18, you got a shocking diagnosis, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that?
I got the call that I had malignant melanoma. And honestly, I didn't even know what that was. I've never heard of it before. And then he said, you have cancer. Just complete disbelief.
Dr. Friedman, that's the worst and the most dangerous kind of skin cancer anybody can get.
It is. It's the deadliest form of skin cancer, and we've seen a rising trend in the number of these cases since the popularity of tanning beds over the last 30 years.
And she was only 18, so young.
So young. You know, the tanning bed exposure, only 15 minutes in a tanning bed is equivalent to about 3 hours of outdoor tanning. So it's much more concentrated doses of the dangerous UV light, which the World Health Organization has qualified as a carcinogen, a cancer-causing agent.
Let's talk a little bit about Taylor's skin type. She looks like her skin's like mine. We're both fairly light, and I've had skin cancer on my face, and I did tanning beds. Luckily, mine was a less serious form of it. But do you find that it's more dangerous on people who are fair like us?
Certainly, people with fair skin are more susceptible, blue eyes, people who have difficulty achieving a tan, people who burn easily when they go out into the sun. Anybody who has a family history of melanoma, who has over 50 moles, is certainly at risk.
So what is your suggestion for people who want to get a tan and are having a hard time doing that?
Well, I think there's a lot of nice, safe alternatives as demonstrated here. You can certainly spray tans are a wonderful alternative. Usually you can get about a 5 to 7 day result after application. Some of these products you can do in the comfort of your home. There's sprayless products that are easier to apply, and then there's even makeups that can be applied that provide both SPF protection as well as a bronze glow look.
And Taylor, what is your suggestion to people now, and what do you do to try to stay tan, to get that look if you want it?
I love the lotions, the Jergens lotion. I use that all the time. I use the spray tan machines. I've had the airbrush done. There's so many alternatives, and they're quicker. They're obviously completely safe for you. You still look just as good and just as tan, and you can get that glow, but in a safe way.
Yeah, and I guess that's just the important part, in the safe way. When you're talking about 3 hours of sun exposure, I guess that's quite a bit, because we always talk about we want to get on that sunscreen. But what is your suggestion for people who want to get the natural vitamin D from the sun or from a tanning bed?
Well, certainly supplements. There's vitamin supplements that contain vitamin D. Dairy contains vitamin D. Milk can be fortified with vitamin D. Just 5 to 10 minutes of exposure during the day, sun exposure during the day, is enough to achieve the necessary levels of vitamin D. And usually you want to do that before the hours of 10 or after the hours of 4, when the UV rays are most dangerous. So
you suggest don't being outside without a lot of protection, being sunscreen or clothing, anytime after that or during that time of day?
Correct. You especially want to be careful during the hours of 10 and 4 when the UV light is most concentrated.
All right, such helpful information, you guys. Now, let's talk a little bit about sunscreen, because I think when the wintertime comes, it gets cooler and it doesn't feel hot outside. I think that we forget that sun is still out there. On cloudy days, we forget and think, it's away. We need sunscreen every day, don't we?
24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I mean, you need the sunscreen if you're going to be out. You can get a sunburn if you're going to be out on a cloudy day. And I think a lot of people get into trouble during the winter months when they just assume that they don't have to go out without their sunscreen.
And are you very careful now about making sure you have on your sunscreen every day?
Every day when I wake up in the morning, just put it on like you would your normal moisturizing lotion, but with SPF. It's that simple.
Just make it part of your daily routine.
Exactly.
Dr. Friedman, Taylor, thanks for coming in and talking to us today. We're glad that you're doing well now. I know you've been through a very difficult time.
Thank you.